afternoon, everybody. So I would like you all to welcome to AIIM, which is Accelerating Innovation and Ideas in Manufacturing 2024. So this session is conducted by SolutionBuggy. The session for today is on compostable packaging innovation, where we look at the industry current market trends, compostable packaging innovation potential to grow, what are the contributing factors from the government for the faster adoption packaging policies. Also, a lot of entrepreneurs, they are very interested entering this segment, but vary about how to do it. So before going there, I would like to give a quick introduction of SolutionBuggy. Basically, we are an online platform to connect the manufacturing industries to experts. And I can proudly say that we are India's largest platform for the MSME sector. Have around 12,000 experts on the platform and have completed around 3,500 projects across India over the last 6 years. When we say projects, it could be anything from a one-day consulting assignment in lean management, in training programs, all the way to setting up the industries from the concept of commercialization stage, including the basic market research, product identification, detailed project report, machinery procurement, plant setup, commissioning, supply chain management, sales, and marketing development. So a little bit intro about me. So I'm currently working here in SolutionBuggy as a project manager and have a diverse experience in various domains. Throughout my career, I have done 3+ years of experience in functional growth consulting for all the MSME firms in India and into operations leadership. So before going ahead, I would request all the attendees who have joined as of now if they have any questions, they can put forward the questions in the questions icon that you would see. And the next thing, if you have any questions at the end of the session, what you can do is you can raise your hand and I can bring it to the dais and sir can help you out. So now transitioning to the prime agenda of this webinar. So in upcoming sometime, a set of steps, this sir will be helping you out, delve deeper into the topic and give some light towards this particular sector. So for this, we have Mr. Rajkumar Mathur, who has been a doyen in the packaging, biodegradable plastics and waste recycling sector for over 31 years. So give a little bit brief about sir. So he has this extensive, diverse experience spanning over 31 years in multinational corporations, particularly in the realms of design, development, end-to-end supply chain management with packaging machines, biodegradable and sustainable materials, and have invaluable expertise that is offered to any organization. Since October 2021, he is into the part of wealth knowledge, where he has shared with individual young entrepreneurs and organizations, aiding in the design, development, sourcing, and procurement of packaging materials and manufacturing process. The skills, what all he encompasses is the conceptualization, design, sourcing, procurement, and the delivery of primary, secondary, tertiary packaging material. His excellence is demonstrated in price negotiation, supply development, value engineering, and international procurement, ensuring compliance with food safety regulations such as HACCP. Furthermore, he is a visionary and a mindset possessed for elevating the productivity, efficiency, and profitability through workforce training and development. His project portfolio includes achievements in upgrading packaging materials for different industry and implementing cost-saving measures. Additionally, he is having professional affiliations and recognition that he has received awards from outstanding contributor companies like Mahayoko Private Limited, Cosmo Films Limited, Panasonic Energy India Limited, and he's currently serving as an entrepreneur, plasterpreneur, and mentoring since 2021, and mentored individuals and organizations optimizing the packaging solution and machinery procurement as a leader in this field. So with all this, Mr. Rajkumar sir, I would like you to welcome to the session, and you can take over the mic from here, and I think our team will as of now present the PPT, and let me know at times whenever you want to change the slide, just let me know, they'll be able to change this. Thank you, sir. All to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Raj, for your nice introduction. First of all, happy Akshaya Tritiya to each and everybody who has joined this informative and interesting webinar. And thank you for joining this session. And this is Rashwar Mathur, as Raja already told to you. And I'm here to have an interactive session. Just don't keep on listening the things. Keep on talking. Please shoot your question answers whenever you want. You are free to ask any questions over there. So compostable packaging innovations. Compostable packaging is one of the fastest growing packaging industry across the world, across the globe, as well as in India itself. So before we start the entire topics, let me give my some brief introduction. Already Raj has already given. We can change the slide. Keep on changing slide. I'm working as a technical expert with the SolutionBuggy. I am a lifetime member of Indian Plastic Institute and SUTLI, and a BNI member also based out at Baroda. And I'm sharing my 30 plus years of corporate knowledge. Please change the slide. Next. Yes, I'm working. I'm sharing my expertise as a plastic mentor with the young and aspiring entrepreneurs like you, the individuals or the group of people, and sharing my 30 plus years of hands-on knowledge with you people to start manufacturing compostable packagings, plastics, different packaging, and waste recycling, and improvisation your existing industry to the level of business excellence and operational levels, where we can plug the leakages of 3 to 4% which are there in your profit margins. Next, please. And we are basically expert in delivering the cost-effective solutions which completed on time, hand-holding from scratch to final products, and with good manufacturing practices. You can just keep on next, please. What we are going to talk about the compostable packaging is what is the basically biodegradable or compostable packaging, what are the test methods, present and future scenarios, raw materials and their use, chemistry of biodegradable products, manufacturing process equipment, estimated cost, and about an idea about the cost, statutory requirement of the sources. So basically, guys, think is that the compostable plastic material is nothing, is the basically the history what we are repeating once again. Next, please. So what basically compostable material is that, if you understand, if anybody knows about the history of the plastic, if people are known for the history of the plastic. Plastic, when one came to know in the existence, that was in the era of around 1500 years. So, sorry. So during that time, the compostable materials were there in existence. People who are maybe from the Rajasthan and other places, they've been knowing that metal is called 𝐷𝐸. 𝐷𝐸 is used for the bangles. Usually the females wear those bangles in the households. 𝐷𝐸 is the material which is naturally extracted from the plants, and it has the similar properties like of plastic. It can be many times remolded and make the things clearly. Okay. So compostable and biodegradable is nothing new. It's old when the plastic started. And synthetic plastic started in 1869 when it was the first replacement of ivory. Okay. So ivory, for the replacement of ivory, the first synthetic plastic was manufactured. However, it come in the fast growth from 1907 during the World War II, when it was a requirement from the many countries to use those synthetic plastic to manufacture, use in their arms and ammunition. So synthetic plastic, as I said, comes around from the Second World War onward. And then by the time we forget that there is a compostable or biodegradable metal in existence. So we keep on using, and we are not thinking how to reuse it, how to recycle it. And we created so big menace in and around our assets. So that leads to the problem of a plastic pollutions across the globe. And then the concept comes again that we should ban the plastic, we should ban the single-use plastic. So when the call came that we need to ban the plastic, or we should ban the single-use plastic, then the things come, what is to be done? Then the people starting thinking, can we do something on compostability or biodegradable? So if we take biodegradable, then natural products come into mind, like a wood, like a metal, glass, paper, but everything based on the natural resources. So people started reinventing once again the compostable plastics. 1970s, we started reinventing the compostable plastic, but it came in existing more fast pace in last, you can say, 5 to 10 years. What is biodegradable? Biodegradable, compostable, more or less the same thing. We talked many things about it. Biodegradable is nothing when you dig out or you decompose the metal, it releases the carbon dioxide and biomass. Microorganisms attack on these materials and then it convert into carbon dioxide and biomass. This is the biodegradability or compostability. Now there are two types of material which we have to understand very clearly. One is the oxo-biodegradable, another is the hydrobiodegradable. Now oxo-biodegradable is the thing where the synthetic plastic, some ingredients are combined with the synthetic plastic, and what it does, it usually break the plastic in the nanoparticles, and those nanoparticles are more dangerous than the normal plastics. So if you remember, when you keep any plastic product on your roof or terrace or in an open area where there is a lot of sunlight, rain, water, and external environment conditions are there, you see after so many years those plastic products convert into powdery forms. Those are nothing is the nanoplastics. So oxo-biodegradable is doing the same thing. It is converting synthetic plastic into nanoplastic. That is the most dangerous. People are claiming that it's converting to gel and then decomposing and not, but there is no concluding research as on today. People are working, but nothing is like that. However, the hydrobiodegradable sorry, is the material which is made of the different kind of starch and other biodegradable plastics, which is integrated with each other, and when it is dig in the soil, it is decomposed, it convert into biomass and carbon dioxide. Next please. So biodegradable versus compostable, we talk a lot of things, and many times we confuse to each other that what is the biodegradable and what is compostable. Please understand one thing, that compostable is always biodegradable, but all biodegradables are not compostable. So composting of a plastic in a controlled environment, when you need some temperature, some humidity, and then it start decomposing. Take an example, if you have anything which is of compostable packing material, like some carry bag. Still there are many people are using the carry bags, particularly the dairy suppliers. The laundry bags, the garbage bag, most of the garbage bags are now compostable. What you can do, you can also test at your end. Just take one sample of that thing. If you have a plant or a flower pot in your house, just take out some sand, mud out of it, dig that pit, and then keep that bag inside that pot and leave it there for some time. After 6 months, when you start seeing it, you see that there is a decomposition of the thing is started over there. Decomposition of those plastic bags is started, and you can find that there is a things which are disintegrated, started disintegrated. Any composting things takes almost 1 year to fully decompose it. Okay, that is the testing time also by the government entities to certify you that this is the compostable material. Next please. So now how to test? This is the very raw test I told you. The test government has certified is ISO 17088 2008 edition. This is the test which Indian government is performing and certifying the people. There are certain tests also in existence on which the work is going on. People are testing on it, but they are not certifying on it. They are certifying on 17088. Okay. So these are the testing methods. There is an STM, then there is a European standard. But every test, what they are doing, they are keeping the material in the mud. Okay. They are testing after 3 months, 6 months, and a year. They see how the plastic, how this compostable plastic is started disintegrating. Once it is disintegrated completely and become like a soil, then they test the soil also, whether they can grow any agriculture, any plant, let it be the flowering plant, let it be the fruit plant or vegetable plant, whether it is able to grow the things like a natural soil. Once it is being grown, they the satisfaction that plant can be grown on it. Then they certify, your whatever the plastic or compostable things you are asking, that is the 100% compostable, and then they give you the certification after that. And that process takes almost 1.5 years. But it doesn't mean if you're starting a compostable plastic manufacturing unit, that you can't sell your product up to 1.5 years. It is not like that. Government has given you the provision to get you the provisional certifications, or you can use somebody's help and then start manufacturing and selling the product. Next, please. Present and future scenario of compostable products across India and globe is very promising. Across the globe, it is going to be the market of $1353 million. And in India, it is going to be around $754 million by 2025, by maybe next year. Why? Because packaging where the single-use plastics were being used, most of the people started using the compostable plastics, because that is the compostable plastic is the only feasible solution we have as on today. If you are going to in a paper bag or cloth bag or any sort of bag, these are has the limited factors. Paper, again, you need a tree to grow the paper, okay, to convert into the paper, okay. Cloth, again, you need agriculture. So these are all natural resources, whereas the compostable plastic is based on the different kind of starches, waste material, and it is being converted into the compostable plastic. So that has the compostable plastic bag manufacturing or packaging manufacturing as a very promising market. And most of the industries who are using the single-use plastic, they are converting to use the compostable plastics instead of normal PE polyethylenes or PP bags or SD bags or different kind of the bags. Okay, increasing the awareness of the consumers. Consumers are now demanding, if you have a compostable bag, then give it to us. If not, then please don't give us the bag. So awareness in the consumers, ban from the governments, not in India, across the globe. So these are all the factors which are affecting the use of single-use plastic and improvising the use of compostable plastics. Next, please. This is the graphical presentation of what I told you. The international market is going to be around $1,300 billion by 2030. And Indian, it is going to be around $750 million. Now, what is the production? Next, please. In 2023, the biodegradable material like PLA, PHA, PBS, PBAT, 52% was the production, whereas the non-biodegradable, it was 47.9%. In 2000, next please. 2028, it is going to be the 62%. And the non-biodegradable going to reduce to 38%. So this is the scope where you see people are going to use the biodegradable product. Now, if you take the single-use plastic, don't see only the normal carry bags. Any packing bag, like if you're buying a refrigerator, if you're buying a TV, or you're buying any electronic gadget, everything is packed in a polyethylene bags. Okay. So all polyethylene bags are going to be converted into compostable bags until there is a requirement of a barrier property, because compostable plastic has a limited property of banning the natural environment of air or water and all those things. It has a limitation to that one. But where is there is no requirement of this limitation. Everywhere it is going to be used the compostable plastic or biodegradable plastic. Next, please. This is the, you see, if you are able to see this chart very properly, global production capacities of bioplastic. If you see the last one, this is the flexible packaging. Last, you see the last bar. Flexible packaging is the thing where the most of the compostable plastics are being used. And if you see all these orange and these parts, these are all the biodegradable plastics. The light green is everything is a synthetic plastics. So maximum use in the flexible packaging of where the compostable or bioplastic are being going to be used. Others, building construction, coating, electrical, agriculture. Now agriculture, if you see, everything is now compostable. Very small segment. It is of 96%, something like that one. Very small, but you see everything is a compostable or biodegradable. So in agriculture, the mulching film, the agriculture bag, the nursery bag, everything is going to be converted into the compostable packaging. Now normal packaging are being used. So agriculture, they are going to use everything in a compostable way. Next, please. This is the Indian market scenario. 2019, it was 208 US dollars, and now it is going to be 754 million by next year, 2025. So you see, this is the CAGR of 24% almost we are growing in compostable market. So this is the way how we are performing, how we are going ahead. And many industries are coming who are converting or who are manufacturing the compostable plastic manufacturing, particularly in the packaging. So you have a plenty scope to start packaging different kind of bags, cutleries, the containers for dairy containers, okay, and different kinds of the packaging like a garbage bags, like a laundry bags, like carry bags, shrink films, stress films. You can convert these things in the compostable way. Next, please. When we talk for the raw material, as I told you, when the plastics come in the existence, before that everything was biodegradable and compostable. All were based on the starch, cellulose base, bacteria base. Again, we are working on the same thing. Different kind of the raw materials which is on starch base, bacteria, soy base, cellulose, lignin, natural fibers. These are the things which is used to manufacture the plastic compostable raw material, plastic compostable raw material like PLA is a polylactic acid. Okay. Then cellulose, again, this is being used in manufacturing PBS and PHAs also. Next, please. Now you can manufacture, these are the products which are coming on your screen. These are all products where you can use compostable or biodegradable plastics. It can be on your automobiles, it can be your bottles, any packaging, tumbler, cutleries, any sort of packaging. If you see, these are all single-use metal. If you see on your screen, hope that screen is visible to all of you and each one of you. These are the areas where you can use compostable plastics or biodegradable plastics. Next, please. So when we are talking of the chemistry of the biodegradable plastic, it's a simple thing. It's a polylactic acid, you can say. It is coming from the corn starch. Then we have a PHS, then we have a TPS, polyethylene starches. And then advantage and some disadvantages of the these plastics. Okay. Please. Now, if you see the manufacturing process, now first of all, you understand any plastic which is manufactured based on the two processes. One is the molding, another is the extrusion. Now, if you see extrusion, it has a different type of extrusion. Blown film is one of the extrusion, then pipe extrusion, then cable extrusion. There are a lot of type of extrusions are there. But we are talking in compostable as on today, only blown film is being used to manufacturing the compostable packaging material. Then we have a injection moldings. Injection molding where you can manufacture the cutleries. Okay. Then there is a different extrusion process, cast extrusion and sheet where you can manufacture the stretch film or shrink film. In injection molding, you can make the containers, you can make the cutleries. Okay. And you can make the different kind of the lids. So these are the things which can manufactured on the injection molding. On blown film, you can manufacture the film. Like you see the blue aspect, this is the film which is manufactured, and this film can be converted into different kind of the bags. Now, if you say the name of any sort of bag, like you are using in a restaurant for packing the chutneys or sambar and vegetables or anything else, wrapping the food, okay, then you are using the bags for the grocery packing, using the bag for the carry bag, as a laundry bag, as a garbage bag, even your textile packing bags, all can be manufactured on blown film plant. Next, please. Now, if you see the estimated cost, so we have to see that these are the factors on that basis the cost is being calculated. Now, what product you want to manufacture? What are the product size and shape? What are the raw materials? what is the capacity you're looking for, processing, what is the processing you're going to use it. So these are the factors, based on that the cost is being calculated. But we will see going forward an example of estimated cost, that how much money we have to invest, what will be our ROI, what will be our capacities to manufacture the products. Next, please. Please. See, this is the very estimated cost. This is absolutely estimated cost, and just for you to understand the things, the raw material cost of a compostable biodegradable material is a set is of 210 rupees per kg, then conversion is 25 rupees. Total is coming to 235 rupees. So, for example, the product weight is 20, then the quantity of product per kg is around 50, and the cost per product going to be 4 rupees 70 paisa, which you can sell out in a good amount, and you can earn the profit of around 20 lakh rupees in a year. For injection molding machine, you can have a machine from 25 lakhs to up to the capacity of maybe 1 crores also. Depends on the, as I told you in the beginning, it depends on the what type of machines, what type of process you're going to use it. But we have taken example that you have a machine, you are going to buy a machine with 25 rupees, including some accessories to use. Then you need land of around 2,500 square foot. Okay, the construction value can be around 15 lakh rupees. Miscellaneous expense around 1,50,000 rupees. So total is going to be 41,50,000 rupees. Then you need some working capital for 3 months and per month, and comes around 58 lakh rupees. Estimated depreciation comes to around 7 lakh rupees. So total is going to be 64 lakh rupees. Cost of production is 4 rupees 70 paisa, and your targeted quantity is 18 lakh. So this is the way you sale of around 84 lakh rupees. Your expense is 64 lakh rupees, and you are earning around 20 lakh rupees in a year. So this is the estimate to understand. It depends what products you are going to manufacture. The cost will vary according to that one. If this is for example of injection molding, but if you go for bag manufacturing, these numbers will change. But more or less, the things, the profit and ROI will remain more or less same thing. Next, please.
So before going further, a couple of attendees have this understanding. They want to understand the profit margin and the gross profit of this. Like, if you want to understand that part of it, let's say I have to start this manufacturing. There are a lot of people who wants to start this business. So what is the gross profit that we can expect out of this? Right.
Okay. Can you go to the back slide? Previous one.
Yeah.
Previous one.
Yes.
See, the profit margin which is shown here is 20 lakh rupees, 60,000 rupees. Okay. This is, you can understand, is a gross profit. You have to reduce the taxes of the government. Okay. So whatever you can see, around 25 to 30% taxes are there. Okay. So you have to reduce those 25 to 30% from these 20 lakh 60,000 rupees. So this is a estimated number. As I told you, these numbers will change once you decide the product which you are going to add. Accordingly, all these numbers will change. Okay. So
Right.
please take in mind that you have a margin. Suppose you are investing around 50 lakh rupees in any process. Please understand that your 50 lakh rupees will be recovered in one and 1.5 years maximum. Okay.
Got it.
So that is the understanding. That is the criteria.
Right. So
Now,
another question.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
So I think there was a network lag. So the question is, what is the minimum investment required if somebody has to start a business?
See, minimum invest. Sorry, am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Minimum investment depends on the what product they are going to manufacture it. For example, if I say somebody wants to manufacture the polyethylene bags, then they can start investing almost 10 to 15 lakh rupees in the plant and machinery. The land and the place is a separate. In a small machine, they can manufacture the small type of the bags. Okay. So depending on the capacity, depending on the size of a product, you invest. But you can invest as much as minimum of 10 to 15 rupees starting your business for that. Okay.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. So so I would request that all the audience, we are going to start a poll right now in some time. So please respond to it. Okay? And along with it, sir, is there any government subsidy that we are getting if we
No.
invest? We are not getting it.
Absolutely, there is no subsidy from the government on starting the compostable packaging material, except the bank loan subsidies, where the subsidies for women entrepreneur is higher than the male entrepreneurs. So if anybody wants to start the entrepreneurship in compostable packaging, then as per the bank rule, if the owner is a female, let it be your wife, mother, sister, grandmother, whoever it is there, eligible for that one, you can start the business in their name. Okay. You can go to the bank and get the loan, and then you can get the subsidies from the government. Government is helping only to give you some sort of a training that training certificate will help you to get the loan easily from the bank.
Okay.
But absolutely, there is no subsidy from government for any sort of the things. Okay. But you have to register yourself with the CPCB. Okay. Approval from CPCB planning to sell across India or within state also. So these are the statutory requirement. You have to make a company. If anybody who is new and want to start the first time entrepreneurship, that this is for requirement for them. Whoever is already in the business, they will knowing all those things. So you have to create one name for your company. You have to register that name with the company, ROC, that is registration of a company. Then you have to get your Aadhaar card and PAN card for the company. You have to go for the GST registration, online registration of Udyami with MSME, approval from CPCB. Even if you want to sell, if you don't want to produce first, so if you want to sell, you need to get a approval from CPCB that you want to sell the product. Okay. And then once you start manufacturing, you have to go to the CPET or other competent agencies to get it approval for biodegradability of the product. Okay. That is under clause of 17088. Okay. Approximately expenses is around 4 lakh rupees and timeline is, they say it's a 6 to 8 months, but you consider the final approval come after 1.5 years. But you will get the provisional certification after 3 months. But there are provisions from the government that you can start manufacturing from day one and you can start selling from the day one itself. The provision has given by the government that can be worked out when you start manufacturing or starting the project. Okay. And then you need some local approval from your local government. Wherever state you belongs, wherever district you belong, you have to take a approval from the local pollution control board. You have to take a approval from the local municipality corporations also. Next, please. Now, if you want to know the sources of the material or the machines and everything is available in India. Machines are available in India. Indian manufacturers are there. Outside manufacturers are there. There are the manufacturing facilities in India as well. So both type of the machines are available. Raw materials, local as well as imported materials are available. Your clients can be domestic as well as international. There is a lot of demand in export for packaging materials. US, European countries, they need a high quantity of the compostable packaging material. They're looking to us because of our qualitative products. They're looking towards China also, but they're looking towards more on us because we have the qualitative product for them. We have a good services as compared to other countries. We have the low cost than other countries. So you have a very good scope for the export as well as you can supply in the domestic market also. So any big chains of the restaurants, hotels, electrical and electronic manufacturers, the food suppliers, the retail stores like a D-Mart, like a Reliance, these are the stores, Spencer's, these are the stores where you can supply your products. The temples, the big temples, like anybody from the south maybe knowing the Tirupati Balaji. If you had gone to Tirupati Balaji, you must have received the prasadam and those are the all compostable bags. Okay, so So big temples we have across India and globe. Big temples are there where prasad is distributed in polythene bags. You can connect with them. You can supply those bags to them. Okay. So these are the probable markets for you where you can connect with them. You can supply your thing. Even you, if you set up a machine of 50 lakh or 60 lakh rupees, 100 lakh rupees, your entire machine can be booked for these two customers, or you need not to go anywhere else. So this is the market you have. Okay. Regarding the somebody may be understanding or somebody may have the questions of the circularity of this material. The government has come up with the provisions of the EPR regulations also for the compostable packaging manufacturing. Now EPR is what? EPR is that when you are manufacturing any plastic product, okay, when you are manufacturing a plastic product, you need to register yourself with the government. Since you are already registered with the 𝐶P, so what you have to do, you have to put, you have to enter your all manufacturing data. What is the input quantity? What is your output quantity? Where you sold it? Everything has to be entered into the website of the Central Pollution Control Board, 𝐶P. They are tracking your all input and output, and they are cross-checking it, your premises as well as their users also. Okay. And accordingly, you have to show that this month material is being sold in the market, and this one material is being either decomposed or recycled or reused. These bags are recyclable, these bags are reusable also, but up to a certain limit. The average certain life which is given to compostable bag is 2 years when it is being kept in a controlled environment. Once it is being used and once it being exposed to the environment, then its life decreases to maybe 6 months or maybe sometime 3 months also, depending on the quality of the product what you are manufacturing. Second thing, SUP, if you understand, if you know the government regulation on SUP, particularly on the packaging material, government has the regulation to use 120 micron of the polyethylene bags only, and that is from the applicable from last 1.5 years. But in compostable and biodegradable, there is a no implication for that. You can use up to 20 micron bag, and please believe me, the strength of 20 micron bag and 120 micron polyethylene is more or less same. So there is a no need to worry that compostable bags become a weak or it can be used. It can be used with the same quality standard and with the same strength, with the users of the single-use plastics. Next, please.
Sir, before going ahead, our attendees have a lot of questions. So
Yeah, please.
can we? Yeah. So there's this question asked by Mr. Rajat Gupta. So he mentioned that in blown film, can manufacturing stretch film and lead film? Mr. Rajat, if you can retype the questions, meanwhile I'll take the other questions. So there was this question, anonymous. So if the profit margin is so lucrative, why other big players are not entering the industry at scale? This is a question from some.
Yeah, see, actually, as on today in India, many people are afraid of going to the government entities for the approvals. You know, if you see wherever you are staying or living, you see there are a lot of people who are manufacturing the polyethylene bags. Every second lane, you can find one manufacturer of the polyethylene bag before this ban came on it. And all those were the non-organized and non-authorized people. They don't have the approval from the local pollution control board or central pollution control board to manufacture all those things. If you want to start this industry, you need to get the approval from the central pollution control board. Without that, you cannot start manufacturing these materials. Okay, your factory will be stopped. Your factory will be closed immediately basis. So need to have the approval. So people usually afraid to going all those things because they understand that once we go for the approval, that people will be coming for auditing and doing all those things. Naturally, you have to go ethical way. You have to use the things which is you are declaring to the government. You have to keep the sources. You have to keep the material inside your factory. And if you are going that way, there is no need to worry about it. Okay. The estimation is for injection mold. What about blown molding? As I told, these are the estimation, more or less it is the same thing. We can work out on the blown film also. I told you, I give you an example of the blown film also. For a 30 to 40 metric ton manufacturing capacity of a blown film plant, you need to invest around 60 to 75 lakh rupees on the plant and machinery, except the land and building and other statutory approval. Okay. And the ROI will be more or less 1.5 years. If you're selling 30 to 40 metric tons, whatever your plant capacity, maybe after 3 months or 4 months after installation of the things. Most of the product which is demand in the packaging are the different kind of the bags, because the polyethylene bags are one of the nuisance which is creating lot of pollution across everywhere. You see, when you are traveling, when you are moving on road and everything, you see maximum the polyethylene bags you can see in and around your side. So polyethylene bags is the most of the demand in the market. Now these bags can be used multiple places. As I told you, from the garment to garbage to laundry to grocery to carry bag to restaurant, any places the single use plastic or these bags are being used. So packaging bags are high in demand. Cutleries are now growing up slowly. Next questions.
Yes, sir. So we have around. So is there any specific location preference that you can start this facility anywhere?
Anywhere on the industrial land you can start manufacturing. If you have a electricity, water and everything, land is non-agricultural land, industrial land, you can manufacture. There is no specific place. There is no geographical areas.
Okay. So the next question is, raw material is available in India abundantly?
Yes, abundantly available in India.
And Pradyuman is asking about what is the scalability for it? Like if you want
scalability, you can go up to, it's endless scalability. You can go up to how much market you can capture, domestic as well as international, you can scalable it. You can start from 30 metric ton per month and you can go up to 3,000 metric tons per month, or maybe more than it. But you have to capture the market accordingly.
Right. So we have another question, means in blown film, can manufacturing stretch film and LDPE shrink roll?
You can get the stretchability, but up to a limited factor. In the blown film plant, you can manufacture stretch film, but with a limited factor. Up to limited extent, it can stretch and use it.
Okay, so we have another question from Ramchand. How much it's costly compared to non-compostable?
Very good question. Very good question. The compostable plastic has a density of 1.25 as compared to the density of 1 of non-biodegradable or synthetic plastic. So 25% cost is higher automatically. But in packaging, as I explained to you, government has a limitation of 120 micron bare minimum, whereas in compostable there is no limitation for that. So you can compete from 120 micron to 30 micron or 40 micron, like that one.
Right.
So you can compete with the cost also according to that one.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So meanwhile, I would request the attendees to do the poll. We'll be starting the poll right now. I would request all the attendees to quickly go and fill up the poll.
If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. When you say payback of 1.5 year, you consider 100% being used. Yeah, if you're installing capacity of 30 tons or whatever the capacity you're using, if you're selling those much material, you can use in 24/7, you can manufacture in any time period, but you have to use entire capacity over there. Which raw material is best suited, cornstarch or any other? Yeah, this compostable material depends on different kind of material. Cornstarch is there, then some calcium carbonates are there. Different kind of recipes are there based on the product what you're going to use and where you are going to use it. There are the technologies, there are the raw material which is available, which manufacturing the bags which are water soluble. So you manufacture the bags or packaging material or the product after it, and you put in the water, it will dissolve. So there are the two kinds of water soluble. One is the hot water, and another is the cold water. But that is a different technology, that is a different raw material, and that is a different cost also. Expiry date of cutlery and packaging metal, normally it is being told as a 2 years when it is kept in a stored condition under controlled way. But if you expose it to normal environment, that reduces to around 6 months or so. One is big enough to as conversion cost is high due to electricity consumption as move volume waste. You can start with one extrusion machine and later on you can scale up.
Right. So meanwhile, I'll encourage all the participants to, if you want, you can raise the hand. You can directly ask to the panelists. You can come over here. I'll enable the mic. You can directly ask the panelists.
Yeah, sir, I think Mr. Ved has asked question. This is a very good question. How easy it is for non-technical person from commerce background to enter the industry, and are any training courses available? Yes, it is very easy to operate the plant. Even if you are a non-technical from your commerce background, from arts background, even if you are a medico, not even engineer, you can operate the plant. It's very easy to do it, and we are there. Training courses are available, but we are there to give you the hands-on training. When we are entering into the work agreement with you, what we do usually, as a plastic-builder mentor, I am a plastic-builder mentor. And what I do the mentorship. Mentorship is that we hold your hand till completion of your product, from scratch to final product. We arrange the machine, we get the machines, material, manpower, system, process, training to you, to your staff as well as. Until you are satisfied, qualitative product with the output, we are there to teach you each and everything. And believe me, it's a very simple, it's not very means a robust system and all those things. Okay, so it is like as good as the driving a car. If you learn it, if your coach is good, who taught you the good driving, you can drive a car very easily. Same way you can start this machine. Organization to give a hands-on training, we can give it to you hands-on training. There are industries, they give you the training on plastic processing. Okay, now processing of a compostable plastic and nanoplastics, more or less same. There is no difference about it. Okay, so we can give you the training for that one. And it's almost always on a hands-on training on the machine itself. Carry bag, high strength like poly bag. Yes, carry bag, compostable carry bag has same strength of the polyethylene bags. Marketing support, hand handling in beginning. Marketing support, we can tell you who can be your probable clientele, who can be your probable customer based on your location or nearby location. You have to go and pitch yourself with those products.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think we can move into the next one. Thanks for responding to the questions.
Request or kindly answer the poll question.
No, so that's from us.
Yeah. If anybody has any question, please feel free to ask. There is absolutely no issues. Please ask as many as questions. Don't assume the things. Okay. We are here to solve your all queries. And
I think we can move on to the next slides.
Yeah, we would urge you people to start the compostable packaging manufacturing. This is need an hour. This is required. This is required to stop the plastic pollution in your areas, nearby areas. It is going to have to forthcoming generations, to your kids of your kids. They will bless you basically. How is current market demand versus supply? Yes, market demand is high, supply is less. I told you we are going to be around $750 million industry by next year. That is the demand. And we have a very limited people who are manufacturing and supplying it. And this is because there is a lot of confusion being created in the market. Please understand, it's a very simple process. It's a very clean process. It's a very glass clear process. And government is approving these entities very easily. So lastly, I will show my gratitude to SolutionBuggy and 𝐴𝐵M to arrange this webinar. And please adopt the mantra of refuse, reuse, recycle, recover, redesign, rethink, and recover. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, sir, for all the insights. I think
yes, we will be happy, and it will be our pleasure to answer any questions will be shooted to Raj to you later on. You can connect with us. We can answer these questions. If anybody wants to have a one-to-one sessions with us, we can talk to them. Okay, we can work with them. There is absolutely no issues.
Sir, we would like some more insights on the aspects of how to manufacture. You have already told, I assume, and in the starting also we have told. We can give more insight to the audience that how can we make more use of these plastics? How can we put it in the market? How these can be used not only, as you said, it can be put in multiple products, as it was mentioned in the car, coffee, but it can be done in many ways. And what I see from this, a person who is conscious about even environment, that person would also be very interested. Like a person like me, I was very fascinated by the thing you mentioned. All biodegradables are not compostable. Like as soon as we see in our society's bags are coming, they may be compostable, they may not be compostable. If you can give more insights about how can somebody start or somebody go ahead. Sorry.
See, first of all, let me tell you, there is a huge market for that one. We are talking for the single-use plastic. Normally, when we talk about the single-use plastic, people understand the normal carry bags and like that things. But you understand, any packaging material which is once used is a single-use plastic. And most of them, as I told in between also, any commodity which you are buying from the market and which is packed in a polyethylene bag, is starting from electrical to electronic, to IT hardware, to spares, to your food, everything which is being packed in polyethylene bags and used once, and then that bag is being discarded or scrapped out. Everything can be converted into compostable. Okay, so that is the market. Now, compostability is that government has set the norms that if you want to decompose, see, suppose if you're littering the compostable bag on as it is on the roadside on your garbage, it may take a longer time to decompose. But if we are selling it to the garbage collector or scrap dealers, and if you are sending it to the decomposing unit, it will decompose within a year or 1.5 years maximum. I told you the experiment. You can do the experiment. If you have anything compostable in your hand, okay, you put it in your flower pot, wait for 6 months or 8 months, you start that it will starting decomposing. You see, you just dig out and see it started disintegrating. And after 1 year, 1.5 years, it will convert into the soil. Okay, but that will be when you are using a pure and correct raw material. So you have to be very cautious to get the raw materials from the right source.
Right.
There are people who wants to make a money, who can lucrative, they can give you the lucrative offer to you, but that may not be the right thing. So you have to use the right material from the right source to make it a compostability clear, and to get the approval from the government for your product. Once you get the approval, please keep on using those materials. Don't use any other material for some penny of the money.
Thank you, sir. So, like I want to understand, like let's say we make toys out of it, the same kind of material. Do we have any health hazard because it's going to the kids and the very young generation? Do we have any health hazard to this?
Toys, the industries are working on toys, particularly some segment. People are working on the for medical issues also. See, in medical also there are certain things which are going in your heart or in your body. So industry is working on using this compostable or biodegradable material to convert in from the synthetic plastic. Like PHA is one of the material which is maximum used in medical line. Okay. These are all natural ingredients. So once we see, it's a natural ingredient, so there is no harm for anybody at all.
Oh, okay. So we have a lot of questions from our panel attendees here. The first question is, how important is the QC process in such process?
What is the
importance of QC in such processes?
See, quality control in any process is very important. From your input, in process and output. But whatever the machineries, infrastructure we have in India, and it is going to be in near future, everything is so fascinating, it's so accurate, it's so fantastically made that you have to maintain the quality standard automatically. You don't have to do anything extra. But you have to see the compostability, you have to see the strength. Okay, you can do some basic test in your industry itself.
Thank you, sir. So again, I'll try to tell all the attendees that you can raise your hand and I can bring you to the dais if you directly want to ask the question over the platform. So meanwhile, we have other questions also. So the next is, what is the estimated CAGR for next year, CGR, sorry, for next 5 years?
See, it is going for almost 24% CAGR. More or less, we are going to maintain it same way or maybe the higher. Existing blow molding and injection molding machine can be used, but we have to see what type of the machines you have and what products you are manufacturing. Physical workshop for training on hand machinery. Physical workshop, basically when we are going to establish a plant, then we can arrange a training for you from the machine manufacturer itself. Okay. And once you receive the machines, we can train to you on the machine itself. 60 lakh investment we can make. Yes, all type of carry bags, packaging bags. No, packing of shirt and others, you may require some different kind of a machinery set. See, for making a bag, you need a two set of a machinery. Please understand. One is the blown film, where you will be blowing the film. Another is a set where you manufacturing the different kind of bag. So there is a one set of machine where you can manufacture the carry bags, the garbage bags, the laundry bags, like that one. Okay. For manufacturing the packing bag for the shirt, but if you need a self-adhesive, the different kind of bag, you need a separate type of machine. 30 tons unit one, what should be the investment size for 30 ton unit? Maybe around 60 to 70 lakhs in plant and machinery.
So there's one more question, it is there. So what would be the revenue per year for 30 tons per year?
30 tons of bags you want to manufacture? Packaging fill?
So I think, Kiran, you can respond to it. Meanwhile, we have Sir Akash who wants to ask a question directly. I have put him on the speaker. Akash, you can unmute yourself and ask the question directly to Sir. Akash, you're there?
Mr. Akash, are you there?
Hear me?
Yeah, Akash, you can go ahead and ask the question from Sir.
Yeah, sir, I have a question now. Since you're saying that it is the need of the hour, but and government is also promoting, but
Yeah, please go ahead. Hello, Mr. Akash, I think we lost him.
Yeah, he is. He's again joining. Yeah, Akash, you can continue.
got muted. So,
Yeah.
sir, you did mention that this is the need of the hour, to save the environment, and also government is promoting with subsidies. Now, I mean, government is promoting, not with subsidies, but then with the women empowerment and all that. So the companies who are right now into plastic manufacturing, their supply would be hindered or their demand would be hindered. And do you think that they would all, shift to, because they already have an upper hand, and they would all shift to compostable and biodegradable, plastic?
Yeah, existing unit who has the approval from the pollution control boards, they can all shift to compostable plastic.
Do you see that trend happening? Like, these people shifting their manufacturing to compostable or biodegradable?
Yes, that will happen, but depends on their market, which market they are targeting, which market they are selling their product. Not
All
necessarily
right.
everybody will shift, but whoever is their target customer, according to need and demand, they will shift on. But for that, they need to have necessarily approval from the government, Central Pollution Control Board, and approval on the compostability of the product.
All right. And one more question. I mean, you said this is, a product that can be exported. So, which relates to the cost per unit, per piece, or per kg, since it is low in terms of cost, does the transport or logistics price or cost, uh, is it okay to export, and the cost of the product or price of the product is not like exhaustive when if you are exporting to US, or which is 7,000 8,000 miles? uh, Considering all those factors, do countries still, I mean, is it price sensitive, or the logistics cost is taken care of in the export price?
See, actually, I didn't get your question very clearly. What you want to ask, actually?
My question is, because the price of the product is low, and you know does the logistics cost affect it, in terms of exports?
See, it depends. See, export for the export, based on their requirement, you have to manufacture the product. Whatever we are manufacturing using in India as a domestic may not be no approved by the your international players. International customer has their own requirement because of their own government's specifications. So you have to maintain those specifications to manufacture the product as per their requirement. Okay. Accordingly, the cost will vary, and they are accepting those costs.
Okay, and all these machineries that we are talking about can actually produce such products which can meet international specifications as well.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Akash, can you just introduce yourself, if you don't mind? You are from where place and what you are doing right now?
So, I am from Ahmedabad. I am into back end outsourcing services right now, not from a manufacturing background, but I am, we as partners who run outsourcing, we are looking for options to explore on the manufacturing side.
Okay, great. Thank you, Akash.
Yeah,
I
you're
Thank you,
think
sir. We have Kiran Kumar
yes.
over here. Yeah. So, Kiran, you can please ask your query. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rajkumar, sir, and
Good
thank
afternoon.
you for your simple explanation and great insights. As an outsider, even I can understand regarding this compostable packaging innovating unit. Just I already posted a question in the Q&A. So just I wanted to ask you directly. See, if I want, you mentioned for a 30, if we established 30 tons unit, we can use 100% capacity and run operate 24/7, as you mentioned. So I asked you for a 30 tons unit, you mentioned 70 lakhs for the equipment, and the total investment it would be how much the total investment for 30 tons?
Investment excluding means including the working capital, if you say, maybe around 90 to 1 CR.
So it goes around 90 to 1 CR, including the land and the building.
Excluding the land and building.
Yeah, that is what I have, excluding land and building.
Yes.
Okay. So
But
how
depends.
much
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Please go ahead.
revenue we can generate in a year?
Sorry. Well, how much?
Revenue
Uh,
for 30 tons unit, how much revenue we can generate in a year for this type of capacity?
and see, whatever you are investing based on the product quality and the sizes, what you are manufacturing, you can generate. You see the target of around 20 to 25 rupees kg is a margin on these products. Okay. So accordingly, one and 1.5 year, you can generate the revenues in 1.5 year also.
Just I wanted to calculate if the revenue is so and so number, so the gross margin would, profit would be so and so number, and the margin would we can decide on the revenue. So the margin, as you're saying, is 20 to 25%.
Rupees per kg approximately.
Okay.
You are from Mr. Kiran?
I'm from Hyderabad. Just one more question. So you mentioned we need to establish this in the industrial zone, but you also mentioned you can start anywhere if you have a 2,500 square feet of size anywhere in the building. So we can again you mentioned the CB is auditing you, inspecting you. Does this have any specific requirement? We can establish the unit within the city with the space of if you have a go down within the residential area. Do you have any specific mandatory requirements for the setup unit to visit?
Okay, I'll answer you. Before that, can I ask you one more question, Mr. Kiran? What do
Sure.
you do right now?
I'm into health services. Healthcare.
Service, you are in the business of health service?
Yes, healthcare.
Is there any
Diagnostics.
manufacturing? Are you manufacturing something on it?
No, just service side, healthcare side,
Okay.
diagnostics.
Fine. So if you want to start any manufacturing unit, the land has to be a non-agricultural land, first of all. Okay. And you should have a good electricity connections over there, non-interfered electricity connection. There is no specific requirement from the Central Pollution Control Board. Okay. But for the approval from your local authorities, it has to be a non-agricultural land. There is some specific requirement to install a plant. Okay. Accordingly, your land and building has to be of that specification. Now it depends what product you have to manufacture. Suppose you want to go for the packaging, you want to establish one packaging unit. You can have that much of area, but the height should be around 25 to 30 feet for operation of the plant. That is the basically requirement. Okay. You need a pollution local certification of establishment COE from local pollution control board. And then once you establish the plant, you need a COO, certificate of operation from same pollution control.
So in simple, you are saying that we need, if you go in the industrial zone, every road will be there, electricity will be there, drainage system will be there, and the government will be according to the guidelines of the government. Then it will be better.
See, this industry, manufacturing industry, is as good as a normal plastic manufacturing industry. Here, the consent and approval from pollution control board is mandatory. If you are starting manufacturing the process without approval from pollution control board, they will come and close it. They will put a lock.
Okay.
They have the power to seize your machineries also.
Yeah.
So we have two more questions. One, what is the comparative cost of raw material with the existing granules? Asked by Pradyumna.
What is the comparative cost of raw material with existing granules means normal plastic?
So Pradyumna, please elaborate on the question, or you can come on the panel directly. The next question what we have is there any scope of manufacturing the raw materials like PL?
Yes, you have. Depends on your investment size.
So we have Pradyumna over here. Let me just allow him, and then we will move on to Rajat, who also wants to ask the questions. Yeah, Mr. Pradyumna, you can ask.
Please introduce yourself before.
Yeah.
But I have some interest in plastic sector. So like to ask, because my relatives are also in plastic sector. So what is the comparative cost between the raw material like granules and this composite material? The comparative cost. But what will be the end product cost? What will be the same? Will it be the same or higher?
It is higher. You are from where, Mr. Pradhan?
From Calcutta.
Kolkata. Okay. So it is the higher. As I told you, the density of compostable plastic is 1.25% as compared to the normal plastic, which is of 1%. So automatically 25% cost is higher, plus other aspects.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Mr. Rajat, you can ask the question. You can introduce yourself, tell what you are doing, and then you can ask the question. Mr. Rajat Gupta, you are there? Somehow are not able to reach out. Let me see if there are any other questions there. No, I don't see any question. Is there anything that you would like the audience or the participants to know, sir? Like in terms of what all they can do, let's say if I have to start, what are the, I mean, already you have mentioned and elaborated a lot. I mean, I think a new person who wants to even start something would be enthusiastic and he would like, so is there any other insights that you would like to share?
There is nothing very specific more than what I've already narrated. Okay. But I will definitely say, and I will make them to ensure that this is a very clean, clear, environmentally friendly, green business. They can go it. Anybody loves to environment, to their kids, they will definitely go and start.
So I think we have Mr. Rajat Gupta here.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Rajat, you can introduce yourself and tell what you are doing, and please answer the question, sir.
Sir, can I speak in Hindi?
Please.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बोलिए रजत जी, बोलिए हिंदी बोलिए एकदम.
सर मैं आपसे 2 महीने पहले आपसे बात हो चुकी थी. सॉल्यूशन बग्गी का मैं मेंबरशिप प्लान ले चुका था. भोपाल से बोल रहा हूँ. बीओपीपी टेप के लिए आपके रिगार्डिंग बात हुई थी उस समय.
हाँ, यस, बोलिए रजत जी.
सर ये बायोडिग्रेडेबल के लिए मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना करना पड़ेगा जो रनिंग प्रोडक्ट है एट प्रेजेंट?
हाँ, क्या प्रोडक्ट आप बनाना चाहते हैं उसके ऊपर डिपेंड है. मैंने जैसे बोला था कि 10 लाख से शुरू करके आप 1 करोड़ तक जा सकते हैं.
सर ये नॉर्मल पॉली बैग,
लेकिन नॉर्मल पॉली बैग मैंने आपको बोला साइज के ऊपर डिपेंड है. क्या साइज का बैग बनाते हैं उसके हिसाब से इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है.
ओके.
10 लाख की मशीन में फॉर एग्जांपल आप 4 इंच तक का बैग बना सकते हैं जिसकी 4 इंच की विड्थ होगी.
ओके सर. ओके,
ठीक है. 4 इंच की विड्थ के बैग कहाँ यूज होंगे मैं आपको बोलता हूँ. जैसे उसका छोटा बैग में जा सकते हैं. जैसे अगरबत्ती पैक करते हैं उसके लिए छोटी पॉलीथीन आती है. 4 इंच के बैग होते हैं नॉर्मली जो होटल रेस्टोरेंट में चटनी और उस चीज के लिए यूज होते हैं, या इमिटेशन ज्वेलरी वगैरह वाले यूज करते हैं उसको. उस तरीके की छोटे पैकेट्स आप बना सकते हैं.
ओके. जैसे शर्ट्स वगैरह जैसे हम आपने पिछली बार बताया था यहाँ मंडीदीप में ट्राइडेंट है, वर्धमान है जो शर्ट्स वगैरह बनाती हैं, तो उनका पॉली बैग बनाने के लिए मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना लगेगा?
हाँ, अभी शर्ट के बैग जो है वो डिपेंड करता है कि वो किस तरीके की शर्ट के बैग ले रहे हैं. ट्रांसपेरेंट ले रहे हैं, उनको ट्रांसलूसेंट चलेगा या कैसा चलेगा, क्या साइज का बैग है, विद एडेसिव है, विदाउट एडेसिव है, उस तरह से चीजों के ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं. आपका प्लांट लगाने का जो टारगेट है आप ये सोच के चलिए कि 75 लाख अराउंड अप्रोक्सीमेटली बोल रहा हूँ मैं आपको, उतना आपको पकड़ के चलना पड़ेगा इन्वेस्टमेंट उसके ऊपर. प्लांट एंड मशीनरी में आप लैंड और बिल्डिंग अलग कंसिडर करिए.
ओके सर. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajat. Sir, I don't see any other questions. I think we can wrap up the session.
So thank you so much, all the distinguished guests who attended this training today or this meeting today. And we are thankful to you for sparing your valuable time. And I hope that you must have enjoyed these sessions and understand the things, how we can start the compostable packaging manufacturing industry. please feel free to connect SolutionBuggy and to us anytime, any moment. We are there to help you from scratch to final product, and we are going to mentor you. Thank you so much for your time and efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for all the insights that you have given. I mean, I think right now the way I look at the plastics will be very different the way I used to do. Oh, before you go, sir, we have one more person. I'm so sorry, but there's one more person.
No problem. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah, Deepika. So I'll just patch up.
I think
They're very excited to,
no problem. Absolutely no problem. We are here.
Yes. Yes, I think Deepika is joining right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deepika, can you hear me? Yeah. Deepika, you can introduce yourself, tell what you do, and then you can ask the question. I mean, any preferable language that English or Hindi mostly.
You have to, I think, open her mic.
Yes, I have done so. So I can see her mic is on.
I think I'm able to see yet to authorize mic permission.
Showing enabled to talk. I've already given the permission. Let me just try once again.
Yeah.
Somehow. We have given the. Give me a moment. So give me a moment. Let me just check with the team.
Yeah.
Deepika, if you are able to hear me, please could you try unmuting yourself? Can comment on. Okay, meanwhile, let me just patch up Akash. Akash wants to ask something. Let me allow Akash. Yeah, Akash, you go ahead. Deepika, meanwhile, try sorting this out. I think I have allowed Akash. Akash, are you able to?
Yeah, I can. So, one last thing. Now, since I'm not from a manufacturing background, what is your advice? Should I start, let's say if I'm exploring this opportunity of biodegradable plastic now, should I start from trading, or do you think, if I invest heavily or maybe 20, 40, 50 lakhs and try to find out market by my own, I may not be able to sell 100% of the capacity. There are too many unknown factors, and I'm not from manufacturing background or do not have sales experience as well in these products. So do you suggest someone like me should start with trading of these commodities first and then step into manufacturing?
There are some questions you have asked, so I would ask certain question to you. Do you sell any product right now?
We sell services.
But you are in selling business. You are selling something. Let it be service or product. Right?
Yes.
So you know how to sell the product. One. Second, why you want to go in the manufacturing of this compostable product?
why? Meaning, I mean, the product itself is interesting, and I see there is scope, in the future, and it is in the increasing trend.
Perfect. Perfect. You got it very right. So what you can do, Akash, made up your mind, clarify your certain more questions with us, okay? And start doing the things in that one. What I'll suggest, you can start manufacturing from a low cost machines. Don't go for a higher end machines, okay? To set up a plant, we need almost 3 to 4 months once we give the orders to the manufacturers. That is the time you can start doing the selling the product from the manufacturer. You buy it and sell it. You can grab the market by that time. So by the time you have the machines and everything, you have a portfolio market. If you are exporting something, you have connections in European countries or the US or somewhere else, you can connect with them and you can explore the market outside India also. So this is the way you can do it.
All right. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I think Deepika, we are not able to connect. Anyways, our team will reach out to her and see if the query can be.
No problem. She can shoot questions to you separately and then forward to us. We'll ask her.
Sure.
And I think we may have some one-to-one session also if required. Anybody interested to know further more on it, we can discuss one-to-one instead of talking in the group right now.
We can do
okay.
that. Yes. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for attending the session.